Welcome children to my second video lecture of transformation of sentences active voice to passive voice. In my first video lecture, we had learned general rules of transformation of sentences from active to passive voice, and specifically we had learned the keys of simple present tense. I had given for your practice exercise of simple present tense. Here I have given you answer key of the same exercise. In this lecture, we will learn keys of simple past tense and simple future tense. Let's start with simple past tense. What is simple past tense and where to use the simple past tense? The simple past tense is used to express actions that took place at some time in the past and are over now. These actions might have occurred at some moment or might have taken a period of time, but they do not have any connection with the present. This tense also expresses some past habit. When we want to suggest some past habit, we often use words like usually, generally, always, sometimes, frequently, never, often with the simple past tense. It is also used to express actions that began and ended in the past. Now look at the first sentence. The driver immediately applied the brakes. In active voice, our key is there is always given the past tense of the verb. Examples are applied, did, receive, organized. Here, our verb is given applied, and we know that before verb we will get our subject, and after the verb we will get our object. The passive voice key of simple past tense is was where plus past participle form of the verb plus by. Examples are were applied, was received, was organized, etc. So here, when we transform our sentence from active to passive voice, the answer will come like this. The brakes we will write first in place of a subject, and according to subject in passive voice, we choose our auxiliary verb. So here it is plural, the brakes is plural, so we'll choose where, we'll write where, immediately it's an adverb, plus V3 form of apply, that is applied by the driver. We know very well that we write by before the subject in passive voice always. Let us look ahead for some more examples. Second sentence, a very old friend helped me. Here we need to take care of personal pronouns too. We have learned this in our last lecture. So me will change into I when we transform the sentence in passive voice. And I is a singular, so we write was plus V3 form of help by a very old friend. A very old friend is a subject. So our answer is like this. I was helped by a very old friend. Third sentence is a negative statement. She did not accept the job. Here the job will come first. The job was not. Always write not immediately after an auxiliary verb. We need to take care of this point here. So answer is like this. The job was not accepted by her. She will change into her when we write in passive voice. Fourth sentence, I did not invite them to the party. Answer is like this. Them will change into they. Here to the party are extra words. So you do not bother. You need to copy the same words in passive voice. We need to concentrate on this part only. I did not invite them. That is subject, verb and object of the sentence. Them will change into they. Were not invited by me. I will change into me to the party. That you need to copy as it is. Fifth sentence is an interrogative sentence. In passive voice, interrogative sentence is not going to change its form. It will remain in the same form. Means we have to keep that sentence in an interrogative form only. In an interrogative sentence, always an auxiliary verb come first. So we'll write was first and then our object that will come in place of a subject. Please take care of this thing. Our sentence is, did the maid break the jug? So our answer will come like this. Was the jug broken by the maid? Sixth sentence. Did the policeman catch the thief? Here again auxiliary verb come first, then object, that is the thief, will come in place of a subject. V3 form of catch is caught by the policeman. So answer is like this. Was the thief caught by the policeman? Seventh sentence. Didn't the house catch the fire? This is negative interrogative sentence. As I told you, with an auxiliary verb, the negation word will go along with it even in the passive voice. So our answer will come like this. Wasn't the fire caught by the house? Now let's look few examples of WH questions. Our next sentence is, who organized the function? As we know, the sentence begin with who. The question begin with who. We can write it in two ways in passive voice. So we can write like this. By whom was the function organized, or who was the function organized by? Both are the correct answers. It's up to you which form, which type is suitable to you. You can opt that style. You can opt that answer, and you can write in passive voice. In one form, by will come first and who will change into whom, and in second we have to write who at the same place and by will come in the last. Next sentence, where did you find this beautiful shell? So our answer will come like this. Where was this beautiful shell found by you? Next, when did you send the letter? Here in this sentence, when you have to write at its place and then auxiliary verb, then your object plus V3 form plus by, and then your subject in place of an object. So our answer will come like this. When was the letter signed by you? It's an important in an interrogative sentence. Always in passive voice also you have to put question mark. Children, for your practice, here I have given exercise 2. Change the following sentences into passive voice. These sentences are of simple past tense. Do practice of it. Let's proceed further. Now we will learn rules of simple future tense. But what is simple future tense? Let's understand this first of all. We use this tense to express future actions that have already been planned to be done in the future. Normally we frame sentences of simple future tense with the help of will or shall plus verb 1, or we can say root form of the verb. But it is most important that we should understand the meaning of will and shall first, where to use and in which situations. We use I will when we decide to do something at the time of speaking. We often use will to express something which is certain to happen, something which we cannot alter. We use will to express the speaker's view, to offer to do something, to promise to do something, and to ask somebody to do something. Shall is not common in modern English. Shall I and shall we are used in questions to make offers or suggestions. Here our first sentence of simple future tense is, I will post these letters tomorrow. The key of active voice is you will get shall, will plus root form of the verb. Examples are shall post, will hold, etc. The passive voice key of simple future tense is shall be plus or will be. So be we need to add. You can say like this, shall or will plus be plus past participle form of the verb, that is our V3 form, plus by. Examples are will be posted, will be held, etc. Here, when we transfer our sentence from active to passive in simple future tense, again find subject, verb and object and change the places, and according to tense apply key and change your verb. So here object is these letters. So we'll write these letters first in our answer. Now here in simple future tense, do not bother about singular or plural. If you directly write will be, then it is always going to be your correct answer. Plus V3 form of the verb. Here post is there, so V3 form of post is posted, and then you need to copy the remaining words which are given in any sentence. Here we have a time indication word is given tomorrow. So we need to copy tomorrow. So our answer is like this. These letters will be posted tomorrow. Further examples are explained here. Let's see that. Our second sentence is, you will explain all the rules. You is subject, will explain is verb, all the rules in is an object. So we'll write all the rules first. Then will be, I told you blindly you have to write. Do not bother about simple future tense sentences. Then V3 form of explain, it is explained by you. By always we write before the subject, which we write in place of an object in passive voice. Please remember this. So our answer is like this. All the rules will be explained by you. Third sentence, we will not grow apples in this orchard. Negative sentence for your example is given here. So our answer will come like this. Here, see this in the sentence. We will not grow apples. You have to bother about this part only. In this orchard, these are the extra information given in the sentence. So we need not to touch that words. We have to copy that word in passive voice as it is. So apples is our object that we write in place of the subject in passive voice. And then will not. I told you again. I'm repeating that we will write negative word along with our auxiliary verb. Here is will, so we will write with will. Okay, so our answer will come like this. Apples will not be grown in this orchard. By us, it will come. Yes, definitely. But in few sentences, it is not necessary that you mention that. Without it also, you can give your clear message. So if you wish, you can mention here, mention in your answer by us, and if you wish to omit, then you can omit that thing in few sentences. It is not compulsion. So for that reference, I have given this third sentence as like this. Apples will not be grown in this orchard. The teacher will not explain these questions. These questions will not be explained by the teacher. This is the answer of fourth sentence. Next sentence, will you tell her the truth? An interrogative sentence again of simple future tense. So here we will write will first, then our subject, which is an object of active voice, then be plus V3 plus by you to her. Okay. Here two objects are there. That's why we need to write 2. We need to add 2 here. So our answer is like this. Will the truth be told by you to her? 2. Or you can write like this. If you are going to write like this, will her be told by you the truth, then it is not going to be a very suitable answer. So we need to opt here the second object, that is the truth. Will the truth be told by you to her? Clear? Now let's look at the next example. Will you help me? Here me will change into I, so you can use shall or will, any of the auxiliary verb. So your answer will come like this. Shall I be helped by you or will I be helped by you? In both way it is correct. Our seventh sentence is, won't the army celebrate the victory? Negative interrogative sentences here. So answer will come like this. Won't the victory be celebrated by the army? Again you have examples of simple future tense of WH questions. 8 sentences. Who will do it? Answer will come is WH question and it is who specifically. So answer will come in both ways. By whom will it be done or who will it be done by? It's up to you. You may write by first or last. Next is, how many guests will you invite? In this kind of questions, you have to write that question word first and then you have to look at the remaining sentence to transform your sentence in passive voice. So, we will copy how many first of all. How many guests? will be invited by you. If you hear split guest from how many, then it is not going to be the correct order of the sentence. So we will keep it along with how many guests together, right, in this ninth answer. So our answer is like this again. I am repeating, how many guests will be invited by you. Last sentence, who will announce the winners? We can again WH who question is here. So we can write it down like this. By whom will the winners be announced, or who will the winners be announced by? Okay, you can write in both ways. For your further practice in exercise 3, I have given the sentences of simple future tense. Do practice of these two children, and in my next video you will get answer keys of both the exercise. Thank you. We will meet in my next video lecture.